All right, now moving on, we're ready for lesson 2.2 in our Go Math book, and it's on page 93. It's one-digit divisors, and we're especially going to look at estimation. You have, of course, done this before. You can estimate, and so we're just going to review that and look at it a little bit closer. In our books, it talks about Jenna, who is going on this trip, and I've pulled out the map here. Jenna's going to be traveling with her family from Pennsylvania, which is over here, East Coast, all the way across the United States until she gets to California. They want to travel this distance in 9 days. They need to know, once they have the total miles, they want to know how far do we need to go each day so that we can get there in 9 days. All right, so by the way, it doesn't look like it on the map, but they're going to be traveling 2,754 miles. Yeah. All right, so 2,754 miles divided by 9, divided by the 9 days that they're going to take. All right, let's focus right here on estimating first. So in our lesson last week, we looked at how we have one digit here as our divisor, so we're going to cover up and we're going to put one digit in our dividend, and we're going to ask that question first. 9 times what would be 2, or close to 2 without going over. Will 9 go into 2? No, right? But as soon as we move over here, some of you already have that answer. You know 9 times something is actually equal to 27. That's where the estimation comes in. If you know your multiplication facts, you can already right now tell me that 9 times, you got it, 3 is actually 27. So if you were to give Jenna an estimation of how many miles she would need to go each day, you could actually do that, an estimation, because you know that 9 times 3 is 27. It's going to be approximately, just fill these in with zeros, it's going to be approximately 300 miles a day that they need to travel, okay? Now, it's a rough estimate, but it's a good estimate. We can use it, okay? By the way, in what place did we put our first digit? Talked about that last time. It's not in the ones place. It's not in the tens place. The first digit of our quotient is in the hundreds place. That's right. And our estimation is 300. Now we need to work the problem to see what the exact answer is. How many miles do they need to go exactly? All right. So let's go ahead and erase my little markings here. And we can go ahead and start with that 3. We'll just go ahead and put that so that we know 9 times, remember this, I kind of like to put that there as a helpful little hint. 9 times 3 is 27, all right? 9 times 3 is 27. So when we subtract, because that's what we always do, is subtract below the dividend line, answer 0. Next step, bring it on down. Now we have a 5. So what are we asking ourselves now? Think about it. What's our question? 9 times what is 5? Can't do it, right? So 9 times 0, because we can't do that. 9 times 0 is 0. Subtract, and that's really setting us up for the next problem. Now bring 4 on down. So now instead of 5, we have 54. Okay, you should know this. It's a fast fact. 9 times what is 54, or close to 54? Some of you already know this. 9 times 6 is 54. Subtract, and you get 0. Now, do you remember, what is it that I told you that you can do with a division problem, and you can be certain that you'll get 100% every time, that you'll get the problem right? What did I tell you? Check your work. And how do you check your work? Multiplication. All right, so here we go. We're going to take our quotient, slide it over here, and now it's actually a factor. So our quotient goes over and it's a factor. We're going to multiply it times 9. And what do we hope that we get? You're right. We want to get 2,754. Let's do the math. 9 times 6 is 54. 9 times 0 is 0, plus that 5. 9 times 3, 27. All right. Do these match up? They sure do. And we are happy about that. All right. So this problem, I've guaranteed myself 100%. I've guaranteed myself that I've gotten it right because I checked my work and my dividend and my product are the same. All right, we're not done. Let's work another one. All right, let's erase. And this problem is not in your book. This is just a little bonus that we're going to work to make sure that you understand it. Remember, practice will help you become more comfortable. So we're going to go ahead and do a second problem here. Let's go ahead and do this one now. 4,973. And we're going to divide it by 7. And we're going to start with an estimation. An estimation of what our answer might be. So now you might be using your hand. Now you might be using your fingers. But let's look at that. Right away, my eyes go to 49. Right away. And some of your eyes do too. Some of you already have figured it out in your head. So our estimated answer is actually going to be 7 in the hundreds place. Tack on these to make it a complete problem. Our estimated answer is 700 because we know 7 times 7 is 49. We can just tack those zeros on as placeholders, okay? So 700 is our estimated answer, but now we need to go ahead and work the problem and get the exact answer. So let me go ahead and erase this. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead and put our 7 back up here. And again, make sure that you put it in the right position. What place is my quotient in? My first digit? This is the ones place, sorry. This is the ones place, the tens and the hundreds. So my first digit of my quotient goes in the hundreds place. Okay? All right, sorry about that. So 7 times 7 is 49. Let's go ahead and subtract. 0, you're right. Bring it on down. Oh, I like this one. So 7 times what number would be 7? Yeah, we like these. 7 times 7 is 7. If we subtract, now the 3. You're not finished until you have a digit above each one of these. So you got to keep going. Even though this turned out with a 0 and it looks nice to us, we're not done. Bring it on down. We've got to finish the problem. All right. 7 times what is 3? Yeah, another one we can't deal with. It's going to be a 0 right here. So 7 times 0 is 0. Subtract, and you get 3. So 3 is our remainder. Right, very good. Again, make sure you're not finished until you have a digit at the end over every single one of these places, okay? All right, how do we check it? That's right, we're going to multiply. So 710 times 7, 0, 7. 7 times 7 is 49. Now what? Add the remainder. That's right, it's easy, right? And as it turns out, we have 4,973. Again, I've just earned myself a 100%. It's that easy. Now you know the drill. Go ahead and do 2 or 3 more. Make sure that you practice the step-by-step process. If you practice the step-by-step just like we did, you'll be done in no time. You won't have any frustration. All will be well.